we're back. Who remembers what happened last week?
Heresy, and also mind control.
A little bit, yes.
Splattering. Fire.
Yep. Okay, so starting from the beginning, you
was born.
had been chasing down two people from Tigo's past, found them due to a little bit of investigation, killed them with a little bit of burning, and finally, Watchmaker decided to put a lockdown on the base, preventing anybody from leaving until he gave the word, at which point Teller then brainwashed you to do what he said and told you to kill the other Inquisitor with you, Strader. So, we're going to start by having you roll initiative. I'm going to roll a d10 for Strader to see who acts first.
Okay. Roll initiative to kill the other Inquisitor.
Oops, that's not great for him.
Uh-oh.
We've all been brainwashed, right?
Nope,
No, just me.
Yep.
Oh.
He took the two of us aside as if revealing pertinent information, and then he just said, brainwashed me, and then said, kill him.
He attempted to brainwash both of you, but he failed. Or more technically, it would be that Strader passed his willpower test.
Yeah.
But Watchmaker's alone with Strader.
Yep.
We're in the same, room, though, right?
No, he took you outside of to the room.
Oh.
You're doomed.
Okay, Watchmaker. He has told you to kill Strader.
Okay.
You better do it.
Cat,
We're compelled.
Well, I will quick draw my bolt pistol and I guess try to shoot him in the head. I assume I can't make another roll to try to shake it off yet?
No, you'd have to be at the next time. So, yep, this is point blank, because you're literally right next to each other.
Flash Raider.
This is not good.
It's not.
You have shot Strader, and you're doing a called shot to the head, I believe you said?
I guess I am now.
Well, I don't know. Just roll damage.
Jesus.
And it's tearing.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yep, Strader's dead. Sorry, Strader. He doesn't have that many wounds. Alright, so...
Inquisitor doesn't have a fate point. Fuck you.
He's a new Inquisitor, newly minted. He burned all his fate points as an acolyte. Watchmaker pulls out his pistol, puts it to Strader's head. Strader turns, and his face just collapses in as a bolt round just blows through it.
Oh, shit.
Yep.
Do we hear this?
And then Teller is going to telepathically communicate to Watchmaker in that same female voice. Strader was the heretic and is going to make a willpower test. That's 3. Yeah. And Watchmaker, the last few minutes, you have a memory in your brain that Strader attempted to kill you both because he was the heretic.
Of course. No roll on that one?
You can make a willpower test. Let me just verify quickly. Yep, you make a willpower, so you can in fact try to resist that with a willpower test.
Damn.
And the memory doesn't make a lot of sense to you, and you shake it off and realize what just happened.
Alright, am I still under control, or was that just a one and done?
The dominate only lasts for a round for you.
Okay. Can I quickly calm everybody to get the fuck in here and help me kill this guy?
Yes.
Okay, and what was the guy's name again?
So Teller?
Teller?
Yeah, I will quickly calm Teller's a psyker, kill him fast.
And Teller is going to attempt to dominate you one more time.
I don't suppose I can also try to shoot him, or...
Not in the same round, unfortunately. But you can make a willpower test to attempt to evade it.
Do I want to... Yeah, I'll fade it, if only because it makes sense to try.
Hey!
Says the guy who fucking blew up valuable contacts.
Did I?
Yes, you did.
You can't prove it.
Because they are blown up.
You did assist me.
The Teller frowns. You hear the telepathic voice of the woman in your head again say, "You Inquisitors are quite troublesome."
Can I make with the shooty now?
Yes.
Is the bio and info loading for your guys' characters?
It takes a little bit. Like
It's taken. It took a little. Last week it took me a little bit. of time
Yeah.
To load.
Take some time to load in, I guess. Well, I am going to. I've already got my bolt pistol up. I am going to pew pew.
Wait. You see the telepathic voice in your head. Wait. I can. How about I surrender?
How about no?
Surrender
Do you want to?
is for people who have done minor crimes. Not grand heresy. It's an attempt to destroy our entire organization.
Once again, you hear the telepathic voice. All right. And you have an inescapable attack.
Yes, the thing that makes the dodging harder.
I will attempt it. Not that I think it will actually succeed, because it's
Watch him
going to
roll
be
a 1.
negative. Well, it's going to be a negative 80 anyway, so it's not going to be. Yeah.
Watch him roll a 1.
And they rolled a 95, so. All right, go ahead. Roll damage.
Okay, and this is semi-auto.
Okay.
First shot 14, second shot 13.
All right. Let's see here. That was a 21, so that's going to be to the left arm. Let's see here. 14 and 13. Pen 4 cuts through the entirety of the armor. Reduce it by another 4. So that's going to be 10 wounds and 9 wounds. Surprisingly, still up.
Lovely. Has he taken any critical damage at all?
No.
Ah, alright.
Are we busting in there?
Yeah, I would say at this point. Well, I'm going to do one more thing, and then you hear the telepathic voice. Then Hussar is lost to you forever, and it is at which point you're going to bust in, right as the Psyker drops a Psychic Shriek.
Can I pull out my
Actually, that's
Nora?
Yes. And let me just roll damage. That's not too bad. It doesn't have any pen either.
Okay.
And that's just going to be targeted at your body.
Okay. Mine is on point
At
blank.
his? At Matt? Or-
Everyone. It's basically a psychic grenade.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Alright,
Yeah.
so I take 1 wound.
Okay?
And let me see.
Yeah, it's pen 0.
I got it.
As we burst in or whatever.
Yep. However, it has the concussive quality. So everybody roll a toughness test as well.
I take 0 damage. Looks like.
Okay.
So I would take.
Do I need to roll if I took 0 damage too?
Yeah. It's just in general. Okay.
Okay, so I have 7 body armor. So how much damage do I take?
How much?
Um,
Toughness? I think
I
I
have
like 50 something.
5 toughness.
You're fine. You don't take any
Zero.
damage.
So the bottom number is your armor plus toughness.
Yep.
So mine is a 9, so I'm gonna take 1.
Yep.
Maybe I should up my toughness.
Doesn't hurt.
I mean, it's
Literally
42.
does the opposite of hurt.
All right. So, Gar and Eve both pass. So now it is Eve and Gar. Just roll initiative, real quick. This is kind of theatering of the mind. This attack.
Are we,
Where's my little token?
Are we on map?
Are you...
There.
You should be up there. Yep. Okay. Okay, Eve, you're up, and then we'll be followed by Gar.
Let me see what I have for my gear. I'm gonna aim my. Do I still have my hotshot las gun?
Can I?
Is that the one you took with you, or did they get burned in the fire?
I can't remember.
Let me just take a quick look at your character sheet because they let you take one single weapon. I think you ended up taking your bolt pistol.
Okay, so I'll aim my bolt pistol.
Okay.
Um,
And you would be within point blank range. You'd be within 3 meters, so you'd get that bonus.
okay, so sorry. I feel like every time I do this, I have to re-ask how to do this.
It's
If I
fine.
do
Okay.
hit,
Yep.
so is it full aim?
No.
No aim?
Heavy half aim. Yep.
Okay. And that's what range?
It'd be point blank.
Point blank.
Plus 30.
Yep. And you can choose to do single, or actually, I'm sorry, semi-auto, a full
You
action.
can use semi-auto on a bolt pistol.
Is it a half action or a full action?
Half action. You just
Okay.
aim for it multiple times in a row.
Yep. So you could do a semi-auto if you wanted to.
Okay.
Semi-auto will remove. You get basically a small shot bonus.
So for ammo, do I select semi-auto?
Yeah,
If you're- yep.
firing semi-auto, yeah, so it'll use 2 shots instead of 1.
Yep.
Oh,
You could fake that if you wanted to.
okay. So I'll do that, and then I'll roll it again. So half aim, point blank, semi-auto.
All right. So you have successfully hit. Go ahead and roll damage. It's tearing, so do that again. Okay. So you do 11 points of damage, 52, which I believe would be to the body, right to the torso. All right. So let me just do some math here. Yeah, that should be enough. All right. So you fire a round into Teller's chest. You just see like a small explosion erupt, and he drops dead.
Woo.
Want to collect the body part?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Or what's on him? I'm curious.
Teller had underneath his jumpsuit, it was some armor. It would be like a carapace armor chest piece. He would have had his psi focus in a small bag. It's just a collection of bones.
He was doing the same
Collection
thing
of
you were.
bones.
Yep.
Doing the same-
It's like a leather bag with looks like small tiny bones in it. That would be used as you would recognize it as a Psyker's psi focus that they could use to help them generate their psi abilities.
I kind of want to take his collection of bones.
Okay.
I'm gonna warn you before you pick them up to be careful because for all we know they're warp tainted.
Hmm.
And fortunately we didn't rescind the lockdown. Also, unfortunately, I fucking killed our other Inquisitor.
Yeah, you see on the ground Strader's mostly caved in head.
Can I do a Medicaid test and try to save him? No.
If he lived, it wouldn't ever be he would never be back to where he was. He'd just be a vegetable.
So what's the worst thing that happens if I take this collection of bones?
I mean, I will entertain this, Ian.
Demonic possession.
Hmm.
That's literally the worst thing.
Just
Yeah.
think about what Mike did with the stories you've heard of what Mike did to Matt.
But
Eve is
if-
so into taking someone else's death token, so.
He gets nose.
Ah,
I
okay.
mean-
I'll take a lock of hair.
Okay.
Teller's hair.
Fool, that's where the demon was.
And if you wanted to, you could... Tigo, you could roll the Medicaid.
Do all my bonus apply here?
Not for sutures.
Aw.
This goes beyond bleeding.
This is beyond science.
Okay. This is mostly for. Stop it, Siri. Nobody cares about you.
I hear you're trying to resurrect a dead Inquisitor.
Would you like help?
Chico is able to put together Schrader's head sort of how it was before. He's able to plop it together and kind of like bandage it up. But Schrader's still dead.
Yeah.
Damn. All right.
What would I've had to? I would have needed to get.
It was impossible. His head exploded.
I just want to entertain the whole thing.
I
had a feeling it was impossible. I didn't know.
I'll tell you what. If you burn a fate point, lose it forever, you can bring him back from the dead.
He's the one that killed him. He should burn the fate point.
Eat my dick.
Alright, but at this point, you have a dead Inquisitor as well as several stormtroopers who have heard this running towards you. And
I'm quite curious how you plan to explain this one.
Fucking heretical.
Well, we have like heretical items on Teller, so there's proof.
I will fill in the guys on what happened.
Yeah, they just bust it. Like, they run down the hall. There's at least 8 of them. And, dead Inquisitor, dead Teller, but another Inquisitor, so they're not opening fire right away. What happened here?
Teller was some kind of psyker. Did you know this?
Teller's not a psyker. He passed...
I just kick him over and show the talisman in the bag of bones.
The stormtrooper goes over, pulls out a stun baton, and he uses it to reach down and like pick up the bones. And I'll just do a little thing here. I've never seen this before.
Of course. Do you have null rods to hand? Keep them ready. He spoke a female voice and compelled. There was a blast of force, and he also compelled me to shoot my fellow Inquisitor. Is the lockdown still in place?
We haven't heard otherwise, so yes.
Good. Keep it that way.
As far as... He just kicks Teller's body. Teller had passed the... when he first started here, he passed the science test. He wasn't at all a psyker.
Well, maybe something with that demon host, because he knew we were after Hussar. He tried to barter for his life when I wounded him. What are the statuses on the sweeps and any alarms?
Currently, nothing. Sweeps.
Data slates.
The data slates are going to need a few more hours to decipher.
No, I already said work fast. I can't just yell at them. I'm not a manager for IT. Make it go faster.
But
we have to assume the entire place is compromised. I need to pull records on anything Teller got up to during his tenure here.
all right. We'll.
Who did Teller work closely with? What was that guy's name?
The head archivist?
You mean Burr?
Yes.
Chief Curator Burr is fine. He just has asked that we keep you and him apart for the time being.
Well, I am an Inquisitor, and he doesn't have a say in the matter.
It was more informal. If you wish to speak to him, we can arrange it.
Do you
When
know
did he
anything
make that
about their work
request?
association together?
When he made that request, I believe it was shortly after you struck him with your bolt pistol.
Oh.
Shouldn't have fucking backsassed a fucking Inquisitor.
I feel like nobody's gonna want to talk to you anymore.
But
Like, yeah, they're just gonna be like, yeah, just kill me. I don't want to talk to that watchmaker. He's a dick.
no, they're just gonna be like, just don't tell him I'm here. He just won't answer the phone.
You're cool, right? We're cool.
Of course, you're gonna have that Inquisitor thing where like Inquisition calling, and you can only answer, like you can only pick
Yeah,
up.
like the hang up is replaced with pickup.
Anyway, Chief Curator Burr is in his office.
I suspect Burr's probably also been under psychic manipulation. Teller tried to plant a memory in my head of, what was,
Strader?
yeah, Strader. I keep forgetting, but it rhymes with traitor. He tried to plant a memory in my head that Strader was the heretic, and I dispatched him and I should lift the lockdown.
Well, it's not our specialty to do investigation, so we'll leave that to you, but we'll take you to Burr if you wish to speak to him.
Well, we're gonna have to. In the meantime, consider this place under full alert.
Understood? So they lead you to Burr's office. You've been there a couple of times before. They lead you to the locked door. It's all yours, sir. And Stormtrooper turns to leave.
Okay. I'm gonna try to awareness as I go in to see if he's actually leaving.
Sure. Go ahead. I mean, it looks like he's leaving.
Fine.
He walked down the hall and turned the corner.
Should we ask him to stay?
I'm just wary. Maybe we'll post somebody outside or like in pairs. Maybe Tigo and Eve can stay on the outside of the doors, and Gar can help me with hustling the good butthole.
I'll hustle that butthole.
Is this what this game has turned into?
Listen, you mind controlled me, and I've been rolling miserably. I'm unhappy this week.
You rolled okay. You shot him pretty good.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Very observant of you.
You killed him real good. I can't even put them together.
All the king's horses and all the king's men.
And I'm good at jigsaw puzzles.
I mean, maybe you had like an electron microscope. You could piece together the brain matter.
If I rolled a 1, would you have given me that?
No, never. His head fucking exploded.
I'm a magician.
He's a stripper magician.
That's besides the point. I'm still a magician.
So, what are you all doing? You're posting up?
Those two go in and then, or post up outside the door to keep an eye on things, and we will go say hello to the archivist.
Okay. The door is locked.
All right, I'm going to knock once, very hard.
You just hear somebody yell through, "Who is it?"
Open the door.
The door clicks open.
All right, and we go in, and I'm going to just immediately like. How long have you worked with Teller?
Yeah, you see Burr instantly tense up the moment he sees you.
Good.
Teller and I have worked together for 2 years now.
Was he?
Did you know he was a psyker?
Teller wasn't a psyker. He passed the Science test.
He was a psyker, and he just tried to rescind the lockdown on this place using heretical bullshit.
But he passed even certain Inquisitors who are psychers said that he was fine when we went through his background check.
Strader is dead because of him. Now he is too.
Well, this doesn't make any sense to me.
We're dealing with demons, man. They don't play by our rules. I need to know everything you know about Teller. I need access to all of his records and yours immediately.
Of course. My records? my Inquisitor?
Yes. Anything and everything that might shed light on the next move of our enemies.
He goes to his cogitator and pulls up some info on it and starts to do a printout. Prints out about 100 pages. And he hands it over. My records and Burr's, or Teller's, my Inquisitor. That wasn't him, like, fucking up. That was me.
Yep. I'll go through it quickly, but I'm assuming I would need to do logic tests to...
This is gonna be an extended use logic test to, like, go through, like a short novel.
Alright, I'm also going to tell him the station is on full alert and needs to remain that way until we've contained the threat. We've had at least two plants among the stormtroopers and Teller himself. Yay!
Okay, so this will be, like, about 15 minutes. And I figure you can read, like, a page a minute. So just do, like, 4 tests.
Nice. Now for 8 failures. Yep.
And you can get help with this.
That would be good.
That would be from Guard, though, because we're posted up. Would it not?
Probably, yeah.
Gar looks to in confusion and does this.
And
Could you give me an aid? Like, I just give you sheets of paper, like, look for stuff that makes you want to push somebody off of a bridge.
All of this makes me want to do.
that is well played.
Yeah, I had a feeling.
Alright. You're able to make good progress on the very first half of it. The second half just goes straight into a lot of jargon that is specific to the vault. The actual files themselves, though, the early part shows that Teller was scouted out by basically he's a paper pusher, did a good enough job, got lucky, got scouted out, and was brought into the Inquisition, and did a good enough job that he could be sent to the vault and had passed his background check, in essence. He had been thoroughly vetted, and nobody found anything. Once he arrives at the vault, that's where all the jargon kicks in, and you're having no luck with it.
Alright, I'm going to ask him to break down what this jargon means as we go.
Okay. So Burr is going to assist you.
Also
with the
gonna,
second.
if I can, also be scrutinizing him to see either if he's on the level or if his memory's been muddled with when I ask him about stuff, because I suspect he's been fucked with for a while to allow breaches in security.
Yep. Okay. Go ahead and do a scrutiny.
And I'll like ask him about all these proper protocol things, and then hit him with the gotchas, like then why did this happen, and why did that happen, etc. I'm not gonna pistol whip him to bring his memory back, but I suspect I only do that when I have to, and when it's funny.
So all the time?
Fair enough. While he's going through this, the first part, he's like scratching his head. He's like, this doesn't make a lot of sense. And then as you're scrutiny him, he like is realizing there's like holes in the reports. No, this doesn't make any sense at all. I didn't authorize this.
Teller's been muddling with your memories for at least the last 2 years.
No. Look. Teller was perfectly fine up until 6 weeks ago.
What happened 6 weeks ago?
Just brought my Strauss down to the vault, or the deep vault, I should say.
So that might be where he got turned.
So was that Maya Strauss's voice you heard?
I don't know if we would be able to... Do we have any samples of Maya Strauss's voice on the records? Do you have any sort of, like, interrogation footage?
Let me see if I can bring some up. Clicks through his cogitator. I was just doing some brain. You're in luck. We have a single piece of file footage that is for Maya Strauss.
All right, let's play it.
All right. He turns the cognicator screen around. You see Maya Strauss. She's basically strapped to a metal chair with like a metal kind of helmet over her head and needles sticking into her forehead.
Okay.
There is an Inquisitor you don't recognize, or possibly an interrogator. The camera is facing away from him, pointed at Strauss. And you just hear Strauss speaking about some like heretical question. She's basically talking about her childhood, and then the interrogator asks her about the actual event she's been charged with, and she's doing her best to deny it. But the voice is pretty similar to what you heard in your head.
Who secured Strauss? Was it just Teller?
You mean when we brought her to the default?
Yes.
It was Teller and some stormtroopers.
Do you have their IDs to call them up?
Of course. He types on his cognitor. There we are. They're all posted in the default.
Of course they are. We need to get down there and see that she's actually been nullified, because I expect she's not.
He pulls up a Vox unit. This is Chief Curator Burr. I'm requesting to speak to the Stormtrooper Captain posted in the default. It's not responding.
Let's go.
And
he's not a fighter, I assume, this guy?
no, Your Inquisitor, I am not at all a fighter.
All right, then you keep going through records and piecing together the holes in your memory to find out what's transpired here. We're going down to the vault.
Of course. He snaps his finger. Stormtrooper shows up. Stormtrooper, escort them to the elevator to the deep vault.
And you should post a guard on yourself. Make sure that you handpick stormtroopers that can be trusted.
They all should be trusted, but I will make extra certain.
Should. All right, let's go. We don't have time to finagle this.
Okay.
Let us hustle.
All right, so the stormtrooper brings you to the elevator to the deep vault.
Mm-hmm.
It's not coming up, my Inquisitor.
All right. Can I take a look at it to see if I can tech use it back into working? Because I suspect it's been sabotaged.
Yep, go ahead and make a tech use roll.
Oh.
Looks like it has had the power disconnected to it from a lower section.
Okay. The power's been cut from below. Do we have any auxiliaries, or do we have any other ways down there?
There is a ladder, and he pulls out a key and unlocks a door, and it opens up, and there is a ladder, it's 100 meters down.
I will take my clip and grapple harness stuff and put it at the top after inspecting it to make sure it's secure, and get ready to rappel down.
Okay. Give me 1 second, and he goes to a panel and punches in an access code and pulls off his helmet, and it scans his eyes I've just disabled the traps on the way down.
Okay. Scrutiny him just in case.
Yep,
but...
go ahead. You're not sure.
Fuck it.
Can I scrutiny
You
him?
will also scrutiny.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not security.
You think he's telling the truth.
He can go first.
My Inquisitor, Chief Curator Burrs asked that I be one of his guards. Should you? Your order supersede his, of course.
I passed, so I don't know if that counts. If you didn't see it.
Yeah, and Tigo thinks he's telling the truth.
Yeah, okay.
All
We
right.
could send Chewie down first.
I mean, that's probably the.
For me, let's time to the line and see if we kill Kenny again this session.
Chewie looks at you. Bork.
Please, not again.
Oh,
Chewie's gonna retire from service after this mission. He's tired of you guys.
I'm telling you, we're not done until he's got so many crumple zones that have been bashed in. He looks like a pug.
All right. Go ahead and make like a sleight of hand check to see if you can like tie Chewie tight enough that it's fine. I mean, it's just gonna be with a plus anyway. So, you were able
He
to.
slips up. It's, oh!
Bonk. You think Chewie's pretty well secured.
All right, I'll lower
You get, like-
it down first.
Chest harness. All right.
Also, I mentioned it earlier, but I'm gonna just say it again. I'm reloading my bolt pistol.
Yeah, I assumed you would. Yeah. So yep, Chewie just like descends into the darkness.
Gives
It's
you a
actually.
look that says you did this.
He just looks up at you as like he disappears into the like.
In the grim darkness.
He does a little thing where they swim in the air.
Is that what they call it? Swimming?
Call it something. They call it lonely digging.
The stormtrooper captain flips on a switch and like the lights turn on, so you see Chewie again. At which point you see him descend. No, unfortunately, unless you have actually you probably do have a scope or some binoculars or something, but he eventually like turns into a little dot as he like as he travels down the 100 meters.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on him with my omniscope on my I think plasma gun. Yes.
Okay. Chewie reaches the bottom.
We're gonna play containment breach at the bottom of this fucking thing in the deep vault. It's just gonna be SCP containment breach.
Chewie, you see him go to the door. Scratch.
You let him in. He wants to go out again. All right, I'll go down next, I guess.
Okay. Watchmaker. How does Watchmaker go down?
Jumps down and doesn't
I'm
kill
gonna
the ball.
clip it to my belt and like, what's it called? Rappel, basically.
Alright, if you bring the line back up, though, it's still tied to Chewie.
Oh, that's true. Well, we can we get him to wiggle out of it?
Yeah. I'm gonna have Chewie make a quick, like... What would it be? Probably just, like, an athletics or agility test to see if he can, like, kind of...
Wiggle his way out.
Probably not. He's not great. But he'll give it the old
Worst
doggo
case, we
try.
can bring him back up and then go back down.
Bork! He gets all tangled up in it.
Alright. I guess we'll just winch him back up and tangle him.
You winch back up a dog that looks like he's been, like, has been struggling to get out and is just, like, all completely tangled. He looks a little bit like a mummy. Bork.
Alright. We will detangle him and then descend.
Hang on, don't I have
Together.
one too?
Oh, you
I
might
think-
actually.
Hang on, what was it called?
It's like a mag harness or a grapple harness.
Oh, I got a grapple.
So yeah, we can. That's actually probably for the better. So the two of us can go down at a time.
All right. So I shall assist in the going down.
Grapple line. Yep, it's 100 meters, so you're good to go.
yeah.
All right.
We just get down there and it's actually like this whole mission has been a setup to throw a surprise birthday party. We didn't know how else to keep you in the dark.
The whole thing, even Hussar.
Yeah, the entire. Like we just get down there, and Selena's like, "You didn't see this one coming, did you?"
My condolences.
This would be a my condolences, wouldn't it? That's like the.
This is what I would do to. That's how I would end the campaign if I was a real jerk. Like, no real satisfying conclusion. The
That
Lord
is
Inquisitor comes up and
satisfying.
is like, "You're not actually an Inquisitor, though." And he takes it
Yeah,
back.
this is just a prank that got really out of hand.
Oh. Okay. So yep, you use your grapple to get down. I figure you're doing this what, like one at a time, or two at a time?
We can do two at a time.
Yeah, we have 2 grapples.
Yeah, and I believe it says that you don't actually have to make a test for this, so it's just be a matter of one person down, one person. Actually, yeah, I guess you could like stagger it, so like one person could go down and then bring the cable back up with them.
That sounds good.
So eventually you're able to all get down. It takes about 20 minutes though to get everybody hooked in, get Chewie reattached to get him down, and eventually you find yourself at the another locked door that is actually leading into the default.
Okay, I will see if we can open it without noodling with it, but I suspect not.
Most doors to be opened to it do require some measure of noodling.
You're not wrong. Are we not all noodles at the end of the day?
Everyone's
So,
a noodle if you try hard enough.
Will the door permit access, or do we gotta science it?
Yeah, the door is locked,
I could probably break
and it's going to have to be a security to open it up.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I don't know any security people that have been insulted by his Inquisitor.
Cry more, dude.
The
I shot a dude in the head and I'm still grouchy about it, alright?
one
like to
time,
control who I shoot in the head.
yeah, the one time Watchmaker shoots a dude in the head hella good, he's like, I'm mad about this.
Yeah.
Watchmaker, just like take solace in the fact you're really good at shooting people in the head no matter the scenario.
Rain, sleet, snow, hail, loyalists.
Oh, wow. I'll fake that.
Okay.
I can assist if you want a +10. I do have security.
Yes,
granted.
it'll still be... I think you're on good.
All right. Yeah, you are able to. It takes a couple minutes, but you're able to hack through the door, like the security, and you hear the clunk clunk.
All right. Get ready for whatever's on the other side. I'm gonna have my plasma gun ready
Okay.
and take up positions on either side of the door, I guess, and then pop it open.
All right. So you push open the door, and everybody make an agility test.
Goody.
Yes.
Flatagil.
Yep.
No.
Oh, yay.
Make one for Chewie as well, if you would.
It's the
There
end of
it
the
is.
line.
A blade of doggo armor.
Yeah, Gar just takes cover
His
behind
agility's
Chewie.
20.
Yeah. Aww. All right. So let's see here. Yep. Okay. So you're gonna an explosion as you like pull the trip line rips into the room, and subtracting toughness and armor, it's gonna do 20 wounds of damage to anybody who failed their agility.
So Chewie has 3 toughness and
Basically, he's a
Chewie's
pile of
dead.
ash. He's a pile of ash again. Everything's fine.
Well, let me just take a quick look, but yeah, probably.
3, and then he has 5 armor, I think, for his body.
Yep. So a total of 8, so that would reduce it to 12. Yep, he's dead.
Okay.
He just like turns into like, you killed me.
I just give an exasperated sigh.
Actually, he says that in the voice of like the of the tech priest who rebuilt, who added his armor to him.
Good. Well, that's why we have the Cyber Mastiff to ablate things like that.
Does Chewie count as armor for whoever failed their agility?
I would say Gar can reduce the wounds by an additional 3 points if he's hiding behind Chewie.
Who?
Gar. I believe Gar's... You are... Well, okay, so I believe Gar's the only one who failed his agility test.
He did, yes.
So it's going to be subtracting Chewie... We'll say 3 for Chewie's toughness. And then your armor and your toughness. And you're going to be... So subtract... Yeah, take 20, subtract all that, and then apply the rest to your wounds.
So Chewie's good. Okay, where am I being struck?
In your torso.
Let's see. So, if I include Chewie, that gives me 12. So that means I would take 8 wounds.
Yep.
Okay.
But it could have been worse.
I have 3 wounds left.
I could have gone with like the actual like melt-a-bomb,
Yes.
which is 60-10 energy damage, pen 12.
Yeah, those are anti-tank bombs.
Oh, can I medicate Gar?
You can in 1 second because you're going to be shot at by a hot shot las rifle. Where'd I put that?
At my old Skola, we never got attacked by traitorous legions. With Inquisitor Frizzis? No way!
I would
Gar
definitely
should just shove Chewie's body in front of him as cover.
Hey.
hit. It's going to be a full aim. It's not point blank. It is going to be at short range, and it's going to be. Can it do full? It can do full auto, right? Oh no, it can only do semi-auto. All right, and so this is just a pinning test, really. It's just basically somebody firing into like the cloud of dust and ash created by that explosive. So it wasn't anybody's. Actually, technically, I'm gonna roll a. Let's see here. I'm gonna roll a d10, and 1 to 2 will be Tigo. 3 to 4, it will be Gar. 5 to 6, Watchmaker. 6 to 7, Eve, and then the rest will be Chewie. Eve.
Oh no.
Okay, you can try and dodge it. You do not. All right. That was with his hot shot bad boy. So he's going to roll damage. Actually, I think these guys, do they have an escapable attack? Okay. Damage. And yeah, he hits you with like, I believe it's 3.
What's the semi-auto rate on the hotshot?
It's 3.
Oh, damn.
Actually, remind me. The first one.
Semi-auto is every 2 degrees of success is an additional hit up to the max rounds fired.
Okay, so he rolled a 6 degrees of success.
So then, yeah, that would be. Although,
Okay.
Well, no, with the dodge not succeeding. Never mind that then. So yeah. I think
Okay,
all three
so-
would hit.
And that will be to your, I believe it's, it will be a 92, so I believe that's going to be your leg. It is going to be your left leg. And that's a pen 7, so it's going to cut through 7 layers of armor.
Jesus.
So it cut through all my armor.
Okay. And then you can subtract toughness from the 9, the 10, and the 13.
So 5.
Okay, so you have a toughness of 4, so it does 5, 6, so 11, and then 4 toughness. Wait, hold on. Or I'm sorry, did you say your toughness is 5?
Yeah, I have 52 toughness.
Oh, okay, I'm sorry, I misjudged. Okay, so that will be 4, 5, total of 9, and then I believe 8. So that will be 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 wounds of damage to your leg.
Ow.
So my leg
like-
is gone.
Don't feel like a new leg.
Goodbye, leg.
Let's take a look at Eve here.
You can join Gar in the Robot Leg Club.
Let's take a look at Eve. All right, so you have 15. Well, actually, your current wounds were 12. So that brings you down, and that's energy damage, to critical wounds.
Might be burning a fate point here.
Energy.
Yes.
Okay, so let's see here. 12, and then it was an additional. Okay, I literally just said it. 17. Okay, so you take 5 critical damage to your leg. All right. Your leg endures horrific burn damage, fusing clothing and armor with flesh and bone. You suffer a level of fatigue and are knocked prone. And your movement is reduced by half for... for 14 rounds.
14.
Honestly, as far as critical damage goes, that's about as nice as it's going to be, especially
Okay,
at
so-
that level.
So how do I edit my character sheet here?
Let's take a look at Eve. Real quick. Actually, I have her already up here. Okay, so you are currently in critical damage. So status is, if you take a look at wounds, there's a critically damaged section.
Okay.
Your current wounds are 0, and you're critically damaged 5.
Okay.
And any more wounds you take to your left leg, or actually no, just in general, are going to be reducing that 5 lower.
Yeah, so you're basically right at the threshold where any further damage is going to kill you.
Okay.
Most likely, yeah.
We can have Tigo patch you up once we're, not getting shot at.
All right. Anyway, at this point, everybody roll initiative.
I'll take it into consideration.
Huh.
Because Watchmaker's being mean to me.
Just go to the inquisitorial HR. And they're like, have you considered working overtime to feel better?
No. I quit. Let me see. Have to click my stupid token.
There it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Could have been worse.
Okay. Oh. Descending. All
It
right.
wasn't scrolling to let me find my my token.
So, Tigo, about 10 meters through the door, you see a stormtrooper who was laying ambush, and he's the one who fired semi-auto into the into that door, or like that little area you're in.
Mm-hmm. So, where's Eve in relation to the door right now?
Eve was attempting to hide. Now she's been knocked prone, so she's like on the ground in front of the door.
Can I drag her into cover and do Medicaid for the full like?
Yeah, I believe that would be an action to attempt that. So you can go ahead and drag her into. Dragging her would be a half action, and then doing the Medicaid test would be a full action.
Yeah, I figured that's like the whole action.
Okay. So yeah, you just drag her into behind cover. So now she is no longer having to worry about being shot. So that's your full move, your full action. Watchmaker, you're up.
No, I'm doing Medicaid too, so I have to do the test.
No, the Medicaid, dragging her is going to be a half action, and then Medicaid will be a full action. So you have to wait until next time to do the Medicaid.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Watchmaker, you're up.
All right. Is it just the one guy that we see?
You just see the one guy.
He goes in cover now too, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I will aim at that guy with my plasma gun,
Okay.
and I will fire it semi-auto with a half-action aim.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, am I in cover, or can I move to cover with a half-action?
You are not currently in cover just because opening the door and getting hit by the explosive has kind of shaken everyone. Oh no, you did. No, I would say you would have to half action move it to get into cover.
Okay, so I won't half aim.
Okay.
Short range for this guy?
Yeah, he's only 10 meters away. I imagine that's within short range of you.
I'll fate that.
Okay.
I shouldn't, but I'm gonna.
Okay. You send off. Is it 3?
2.
2. Okay. You send off 2 balls of plasma, but they pass by him. And he's able to kind of sneak out of the way just as they go by his torso and head.
All right. That's my turn, yeah.
You're up. You are currently a badly charred leg, and you are prone on the ground.
Pretty sure I can just sit here.
You have a few options. You could attempt to.
Can I shoot around cover?
Yeah, you can shoot around cover.
Okay. How far away is he?
He's 10 meters.
Okay, so half aim.
Yep.
10 meters is what range?
For your bolt
Short
pistol?
range? Yeah.
Your bolt pistol is a range of 30, so it would be within 1/3. I believe that's short range for that. I
Yeah.
believe.
Okay. And I can do semi-auto.
Yes. All right. And you have inescapable attack. He will attempt to dodge that, but it's probably not going to work with that -50. Nah, he doesn't have a chance. All right, so you hit him in his, I believe that is his torso. Yep, exactly. Go ahead and roll damage, and it's tearing, so you get to do it twice. Okay.
I think I just hit it again. There we go.
Yeah. Okay. So you or no, I'm sorry. You also get to do it. Your semi-auto is on that what? 2.
Yeah.
Roll again then.
Wait, 2 more
Once
times?
or twice.
2 more times because you hit him with both bullets. Okay. All right. So you do 13 and 13, pen 4 to his torso.
Good.
Okay. You cut through, so that reduces it to
He stands tall.
2. So that's 6.
Just ran into the actual protagonist of this game.
14. Okay. You do. Okay. Yeah, you strike him twice in his torso, and he is slumps, hits his shoulder on the wall, but he does remain. He does remain up, and he aims his gun at you, and then he turns tail and runs away down the hall and turning a corner with his full movement.
Don't let the heretic get away.
It is Gar's turn.
Gar doesn't want to let the heretic get away. Despite being grievously wounded, Gar takes off after him.
All right. So he was 10 meters away, and then down the hall is an additional it's like 5 meters, so a total of 15 before it got to the turn he took. How do you get there? Do you run? Do you just
Run.
Okay. And Gar's run is how much?
18.
Okay, so you can turn the corner and go an additional 3 meters.
Okay. Chase after him, I turn the corner and I say, "Stop, heretic. Lay down your life. It'll be better for you if you do that now."
As you turn the corner, you see him and an additional stormtrooper.
Shit. Turn back around and hide behind the corner.
Okay.
Just Han Solo it.
Tigo, you're up.
I do Medicaid on Eve.
Okay, and now the thing about
Is she?
being...
So I'm assuming she's. Can I use the sutures? Is she bleeding?
she's not technically, but I would say you'd be able to use the sutures in this case. The thing about being in critical wounds, though, is Medicaid is a little tougher.
Okay.
It's, I think, a -20.
All right. So
Let me just...
I think she's good.
Damn. Okay. So even with that that's with a -20?
Yep.
Okay.
Because it's 30-30 each. With the
Okay.
Medicaid and the 30 for the sutures.
Yeah. All right. So. Yeah. Heavily damaged. Oh shit! That's actually -10 penalty for every point of critical. So that'd be a -50. You know, it's not. That's a little punishing considering how dangerous this game is. All right, Eve, you're gonna regenerate. Okay. Here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna regenerate those 5 critical wounds and then an additional 5 wounds. So you're up to 5 from where you were before.
Okay. So I'm at 5 wounds.
Yep. You get rid of... Now, you still have a badly charred leg. That's going to take some time to heal. But you didn't lose it. And your status is considered, I believe, heavily damaged.
Hey.
Okay. So my leg, should I change that number or does it not change?
What do you mean?
Like it says 7 and then 12. Do you change that?
No, that's your armor
that's your
toughness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Just
you're
like
fine.
reducing
Well,
stuff.
you could lose toughness, but not in this case. You didn't lose enough. You didn't go into critical wounds enough to do that.
Okay.
All right, so Tigo, that was a full action. You achieved a lot in 6 seconds.
Yes, you did. Good job. There,
What?
see? Positive reinforcement from the Inquisitor.
I don't need your positive reinforcement.
Well, what do you need?
She's half of ego. We can't let her die.
Yeah, she's like the one half of ego. All right, Watchmaker, you're up.
All right.
You have just seen Gar turn the corner to yell at a heretic and then quickly unturn that corner.
That's the funny. I think that's the best part.
Let's see.
Whoops, there's two of them.
It was 15 meters to the corner, right?
Yes, it is.
Can I start moving forward and can I try to bank throw a grenade off the wall so it bounces over to around the corner?
Yeah, you'd be able to attempt that. It's going to
Yeah,
go with the
bet.
grenade scatter. Oh, no, you do have that. No. Okay, go ahead.
Nice. So, I guess it would just be a ballistic skill roll anyway?
Yeah. So, how you're going to move, like, what, a half action to get,
5 meters forward.
Okay. And then chuck at the remaining 10. Okay, easy enough. Okay, so you rolled an 84 and a 51.
And then I reduce scatter by a bunch.
How much?
Let me find it exactly. Bear with me.
Okay.
The sheet's being fucky-wucky.
It's fine. It gives me time to... I have the scatter sheet here.
I can reduce it by half my ballistic skill bonus. So that would be... is it rounded up or rounded down?
I think it rounds down normally.
Then reduce it by 2 meters.
Okay. So let me go roll a d10 real quick. So let's see where this grenade winds up. You're a lucky little bastard because it does actually jump into their general direction.
It just lands right at Gar's feet and kills him.
It doesn't go to Gar, no.
I would have laughed if it came right back at you.
And it bounces, well, by adjusting by 2 meters, that would be close to them. So go ahead and roll damage.
It's, I believe, 2d10.
Okay, and
Sorry, bear with me.
they are going to attempt to dodge that. And I don't think inescapable would matter in this. Oh, that being said, I don't think they have to use their... They have to use their agility. Because they don't have that, one thing. Okay, cool.
Nice.
Alright. The first roll is for the hurt one. And the second roll is for the not hurt one. So the first guy manages to jump. He's still running, and he jumps out of the way, and his friend is then going to take... is there penetration involved with that?
No, frags have 0 pen.
Okay, but still, actually, with the fact that you rolled max damage on that, that would
we
hit
haven't done
the...
a fury roll, have we?
I think that... Would that count for fury? That's an interesting question.
If it
You know
helps,
what?
I feel furious.
I feel like just for this, I might roll different next time, so don't think this is going to be consistent. This is just me saying he got caught kind of flat-footed, so I would say that does count, and the grenade does explode, and you just hear a scream of pain. You don't see anything.
Just a squelch.
Yeah, just ah!
Good. I'm glad. All right. That'll be my turn. I'm still behind the corner.
Yes, you are.
So
Eve, you're up.
I guess I'll proceed to the corner.
Okay.
For a new leg.
I don't know. I might hang back a little bit.
That's an interesting question. I would say that you could, well, it's going to be half action to get up from prone anyway, so then you could use the second half of your action to move.
Yeah, I'll head towards the corner, but not get too close.
Okay. What's your half action movement range?
Oh, it would probably be reduced, wouldn't it?
With
Half move is 3.
Okay, so you move 3 meters out of where you are down the hall.
Oh.
At which point it is the stormtrooper's turn, and Gar, Watchmaker, nothing happens. Guards, your turn.
So I'm still at the corner.
Yep. You've heard an explosion and a scream.
Okay. I look around the corner.
You see a stormtrooper on the ground and nobody else. The hallway that you, as you turn the corner and look down the additional hallway, you see it stretches on for about an additional 5 meters, and then there's a couple of turns. It gets to a T intersection. It goes to the left or the right.
Okay, I will move to that intersection and check the stormtrooper and make sure he's good and dead.
He looks pretty dead.
Okay.
On a scale of 1 to dead, how dead is he?
That is Teller.
His armor took the brunt of it, but it landed pretty close to directly in front of him. So yeah, he's kind of dead. He's only mostly dead.
You could still save him.
So at the intersection, do we see anything?
Which way do you look down?
I look left.
You see nothing.
I look right.
You see the stormtrooper running down the hall.
Okay. I don't think I have any ranged weapons. I will wave everyone to continue on.
Okay.
The old wave.
Okay.
Come on.
Advance carefully. And,
Going that way.
I'm gonna have try to use awareness in my scanner to see if there's any more ambushes waiting for us.
Okay.
They've had time to secure this.
We're gonna drop out of combat time
Okay.
because it seems like you're doing this carefully. And
I mean, if we can get close enough that I could try to shoot the guy as he runs, I'd like to do that. But
if you want to make that like the thing you're gonna do right now.
yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. So let's see.
He is running down a hall towards an open door.
Okay.
Be nice if you can like shoot out a leg and try not to kill him.
Yeah, but I don't know if I want to risk that because I'm out of fate points and I don't have time to aim.
Okay.
I assume I don't have time to aim.
I mean, no, this would be like a full action to get there and then to fire.
Yeah. I do have hip shooting, so I can do that.
Yeah. That's why I figured you'd be able to do it.
Yeah.
Without him getting like an additional ability to move away from you. So now he's about 15 meters away, so he's still within short range, but he's not point blank.
That's good. I'm gonna use the plasma gun, short range, single fire. I've got. There we go.
Just a single shot?
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah, all right, go ahead, roll damage.
That's to the head, isn't it?
Blam.
It would be a
0, 3
it'd be a 30, so it'd be to the arm.
to the arm. Okay.
Okay. Well, it doesn't really matter that it hits his arm because it kind of the whole plasma ball splashes across his torso and he disintegrates, like falling pretty horrifyingly charred onto the ground.
Grumpy Cat says good.
Good.
He is dead.
All right. Well, I'll move to cover after that immediately, and then pull out my scanner and see if we can detect incoming ambush.
Okay. Roll scanner.
I will. God, my back hurts. Nice.
You're not able to see through the walls. These are thick metal walls, and a lot of the doors have been closed. You're able to pick up some various energy signatures waiting by the doors.
Assuming I can count them, I'll do like hand signs for, X things outside that door and just give the warning in advance.
Yeah, outside of the door that you're looking through, it is about 3 what you assume would be grenades or shaped charges of some matter hooked into some sort of like trip line, if it's anything like the last of the traps.
Okay. I'm going to take the fallen dude's helmet and try to throw it in to hit the trip line.
The door is currently closed.
Oh, okay. I thought you said it was open when the guy was...
No, I'm sorry. You're right. It is. That going through that door is another door. It's basically like an airlock. I'm sorry, that was my fault. I didn't
Okay.
describe that.
All right. So that being said, I guess I could throw a frag in there to get them all to blow up before we go through. What do you guys think?
Well, we have to open the door first, right?
Yeah, I don't. No, we're just gonna throw it right now.
Well, I'm confused. Like, how do you throw? Like, you have to open the door and then.
Probably, yeah, it's probably rigged to the door itself. But if we know about the charges, is there anything we can do to mitigate that? Or can I, like...
The actual trap, the very first trap that hit Gar and Chewie, who is now a little slag pile, is...
Where's my little slag pile?
It opened up a crack before the trip line was pulled.
Okay.
So you have a little bit of space to play with.
So we could, like, unlock it and then...
Like, push it open a little bit and then throw the grenade through and then close the bulkhead behind it.
Alright, so yeah, you could do that if you want. Where is everybody currently? And I will actually just give you a little...
Eva's making her way downtown, walking fast.
I should probably patch up Gar first.
Oh, yeah. Do that while we're doing the sweeping advance, because it's going slower anyway.
Is Gar bleeding? Or sutures, yes or no?
He is not bleeding.
Okay, just plus 30, okay.
Okay.
You're seared.
Gar will heal 2 wounds, and he will not be able to receive first aid for another 24 hours.
Damn.
I tried.
It's better than we
It
had.
is better than nothing.
How many wounds are you at, Gar?
5.
Oh, same.
Twinsies.
Yes.
Okay. Actually, I will do a line. There we are. Okay. Well, I did my best with that one. All right, so you have here the open door and here the closed door. So just arrange yourselves in this like little airlock area as best you can.
I guess I'll be... Oh, I see. Since I have to be opening the door, I guess I'm up in front of it.
I'm gonna delete that. Yeah. Yep.
So my goal is to be to one of the sides of the door, assuming if I can see where the shape charges are placed, try to avoid that. But
the door itself opens up, and then basically the shape charges are here because that's where the door like opens from. It opens like with the hinges on your left.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm
Tico's
smart.
got the
I'm
right
gonna-
idea. Yeah.
I'm gonna stay in the other room. I am not gonna be any part of your exploding plans.
I will try to carefully and very slightly open the door to roll a grenade through.
Okay. The door is locked.
Security again?
Yep.
Okay. Is it set to like automatically spring open when it's unlocked?
No, this is like a bulkhead, and they're really not designed to like open up. So it really is just meant to like unlock, and then you have to actually physically push it because it's meant to contain things.
Well, I'm not going to be able to. Hey, Tigo, you're up.
No, you're on your own.
Okay, the campaign stops, dude. What the fuck?
You're on your own.
All right.
Hang on. I shall. Let's see. Security. That's scrutiny. Do that. And, Ian, I have a question.
Yes.
Can I pop my Rosarius up in case of an explosion?
The Rosarius would protect, I believe, from the explosion. So yeah, you'd be able to activate it and then have, I believe it has a set amount of time it works for before
Yeah.
failing.
Can we do the let's do the security roll first, and then we can just like assume I did it before, just so I'm already here.
Yeah, I would say you could like activate it, and then you could do the security roll.
Okay.
Okay. Chico's able to like work off of Watchmaker's progress and realize how the door has tried to been reprogrammed, and is able to pop it open. So you just hear the chunk as the internal lock opens up.
And I'm going to slowly back up and go back behind my cover.
Yeah, once
Okay.
everybody's in cover, then I'll try to crack the door.
All right,
roll
and
the grenade through.
then once I'm in cover, I'll just drop my Rosarius, just so not to like expend it all.
Okay.
I'm going to use all my tools available to me now.
All right.
They're
So
for-
what? So what is
I'm assuming-
Watchmaker?
I'm assuming my teammates are also part of the difficulty now.
I am trying to get the door open. Very slightly. You said there was some wiggle room. It's wired up the same way.
Got a couple inches, or I guess centimeters in the case of Warhammer.
Is it enough to put a grenade through?
Yeah, it'd be enough. It'd be enough to like put your like foot through if you needed to. So it'd be big enough to throw a grenade through if you wanted.
Yeah, so I'll just pull the pin and roll one through.
Okay.
Then close the door.
Watchmaker goes, opens the door, and you hear out of the Vox unit, "Burr, my Inquisitor." Right as you open the door up.
Yes.
I've been looking through Teller's records. After the incident in the Deep Vault with Maya Strauss, where there was what had happened was there was an issue at Maya Strauss's original cell, and Teller was involved, and then he had her escorted down to the Deep Vault, and had been operating down there more frequently. Technically, it was official, but wasn't necessarily part of his duties.
So he was the one who had her brought down after the issues with her initial cell?
Yes, he gave the order for that. It was all part of protocol, though. But the additional being drugged and then placed in stasis field was a bit extreme, but I suppose it was always prudent.
Oh, I suspect that never happened. Strauss's voice was the one I heard when the Psyker invaded my mind.
Strauss is a very powerful telepath.
Well, we're encountering armed resistance down here by more stormtroopers. They've rigged charges and they've built for defense. They're falling back as we advance.
Good luck, Inquisitor.
Are there any topside stormtroopers you can send to reinforce us?
I can handpick a few if you think they've been compromised, but I can have some down there in a few minutes.
Do that and get word to the Lord Inquisitor immediately of everything that's transpired here.
We'll try and have the Astropath send a message to the warp storm.
God fucking damn it.
God Emperor fucking damn it.
Yeah. Fucking warp storms, how do they work? So yeah, I'm going to do the grenade as we're having this conversation.
Okay, go ahead and chuck the grenade and roll for damage.
Okay. 2d10.
Okay.
And I'm closing the door after I pull the grenade through.
So while you're having this conversation, you pop open the door, chuck the grenade, close it, and you just hear on the other side.
There's no other explosions?
Followed by, and you see like the door that was like in front of you just kind of push in a little bit.
Well, good.
It is a little hot to the touch.
Alright, I'll open it again and start advancing. Go into cover using the scanner, keeping my eyes and ears open, etc.
Okay. Opening the door and just doing a. You're opening the door first before doing an awareness?
I'll check the scanner again,
Okay.
but then I'm just kind of general, trying
Yeah.
to keep my eyes and ears open as we go.
Go ahead and roll awareness before with the scanner before opening the door.
Oh,
Scanner has a hard time seeing through the walls. They're still pretty thick, but they don't see those 3 energy signatures before that you had seen before that were at like the base of the door.
okay. That's good. Anything else?
Not that the scanner can see, just because the walls are too thick.
Okay. I'll push it open then.
Okay.
I'm still going to be staying to the side of it in case there's a hail of gunfire that comes through.
All right. You open up the door, and nothing happens.
Okay.
Where's Watchmaker's life?
Well, let's keep advancing then.
Okay. So going into the room, it opens up into a larger like guard station that had. There's a couple of dead stormtroopers who have been shot from behind. And the room itself looks to be relatively empty. I mean, the furniture that was in there has been pushed and kind of thrown around the room from the force of the explosions.
Okay.
And there is a door that is leading out further into the deep vault.
Okay. Now that we've seen the signatures on their charges, are we able to spot them out any easier?
It'd be a little easier. It's maybe like a +10.
Okay. So I'm continuing to do the awareness advance.
Okay.
Cheers, pizza.
Oh, and
Evegar,
that's not with the +10 for...
Evegar and Tigor are playing Evil Apples. Or, well, Warhammer edition.
Yeah, where are you all? Are you
we're just
following?
Very far
Right.
behind. Very, very far behind.
I shall follow.
I'm pretty sure we have trust issues now.
Do you or just Tigo?
We have trust issues.
Okay, Eve is
Follow.
following behind Watchmaker.
Gar follows as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm following, just not as closely as I would in the past.
All right. You don't see any more of those energy signatures, at least not nearby. So the door in front of you looks to be safe.
Alright, so let's expect a gun line then. Doors clear, charges as far as I can see. I'll post up on one of the sides again and motion for, I guess, Eve, because she's our other gunner, to take the other side and get the others to cover as well before we open it.
Sounds good.
Okay. All right. So and the door actually you notice isn't locked.
That
Okay.
doesn't say welcome and die.
It's a broom closet.
Okay. So do you open the door?
Yep.
Tigo's reading Medic's Digest.
Watchmaker opens the door, and in front looks to be 4 dead stormtroopers. Their armor has been burned by what appears to be hot shot las rifle rounds.
Okay.
And they are they're close to the door, attempting to unlock it.
Oh, so they got shot in the back because they were trying to get in here?
And further down the hall is a couple of other dead stormtroopers that looks to have been killed by return fire. And actually, you see one of the stormtroopers by the door is bleeding heavily, but isn't actually dead, surprisingly.
Alright, let's patch him up and.
You there?
Don't you take that tone with
Fuck
me,
up,
young
lad.
man.
Tigo puts down his Medic's Digest. Let's see. I guess the sutures count here.
Okay.
Where are you?
Nice. Tigo goes and starts patching up the stormtrooper, doing a really good job. And the stormtrooper stop coughing. Are you the Inquisitor?
Oh.
Or with the Inquisition, what's happening here?
Strauss.
Whatever you can tell us.
Despite Tigo's great Medicaid test, he's still pretty banged up.
Write that down. Write that down.
Strauss.
Okay. So she's probably mind controlling stormtroopers.
She wants. She wants you. She wants you to die, and he pulls out a grenade and pulls the pin and drops it.
Can I kick the grenade down the hallway?
Yeah, go ahead and make an agility test to see if you can kick it away in time.
Alright. Oh, my sheet fucked up. Hang on, I gotta reload.
No. See, this is good.
Can I access
Watchmaker.
my sheet? You could do it for me?
Sure. See, this is good because Watchmaker's hella paranoid about everything now, and everything he expects literally everything to go wrong, and normally
Because
he's
it
right.
does.
Wow, your agility's pretty high. Unfortunately, he goes to kick it, but he kicks it and it spins in a circle and then explodes.
Yeah, I was never on the footy team.
Yeah, good. Well,
It does 7 points of damage to everybody in the radius, but it's like 7 reduced. It doesn't have any pen, so it's 7 reduced by armor and toughness to your torso.
I was just thinking, man, Watchmaker is the shield right now.
Well, it's gonna be Tigo as well.
I stepped behind him.
It's a grenade, dude.
I stepped behind him, so you take the initial impact. All you do is push me back.
I
have, like,
don't know
armor.
if Tigo knows how grenades work.
He does not. Anyway, I took 0 damage. I have
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have 7 body armor, so am I fine?
You're fine.
Yes, you're fine.
Yeah, it's reduced by both armor and toughness. So.
Yeah, the full brunt of it.
Yay, shitty grenade.
Yeah, fortunately that was a low roll. That could have sucked.
Tigo, well, yeah, kinda.
I would have been fine to like 13 damage.
Tigo just thinks that grenades are like evil spirits and they'll only attack one person at a time.
No, I know how they work, but I have to pretend I'm dumb so I can abuse Watchmaker's trust in the future.
I don't know if he's gonna fall for that again though. I think he's gonna be hella weary of literally everything you do. Tigo's gonna go to the bathroom. He's like, I'm gonna go use the can, and Watchmaker's just like in there.
There's the guard.
Haha, it's Doppelganger Tigo.
Tigo just disguises.
Replace it with the smiling Tigo from that ice planet. It'll probably be more loyal.
Maybe you did and you don't know it.
I think you fucking know it by now.
Watchmaker's like, fake Tigo, go change them. He's like, with this little claw.
Alright, so I'm going to send a warning that Strauss is active and controlling stormtroopers.
Yeah.
Back
to Ver.
Yeah.
Yeah, Burbox is back. Strauss has been down in the deep vault more recently, requesting maintenance be done on Strauss's stasis to ensure that it remained operational. Although he didn't bring in the tech priest.
About that.
Yeah, check his status, and hopefully he's not been mind controlled as well.
I can patch you in if you'd like.
Please do.
Inquisitor.
Can you tell me about the repairs done to Strauss's containment?
As far as I'm aware, no repairs were done to Strauss's containment, not by me.
Okay. Is there anybody else who would be able to make those changes?
Repairs are only to be done by me. Simple checks can be done by others without my authorization.
Well, Teller was compromised and had her cell modified, most likely to allow her freedom.
This is disconcerting. The machine spirit should not be affected in such a way by those not of the Omnici.
What can we do to resecure her if she's still trapped in any physical capacity?
I recommend killing her.
Yeah, no, that's about the page I'm on to.
I like that guy.
Those who abuse the Omnici and the machine spirits are to be dealt with swiftly.
Have you made any progress on decrypting the logs?
I have. Are you familiar with the planet Theus?
I believe we are. That sounds familiar. Which one was that? Was that the...
It's never been mentioned, but do a Forbidden Lore Inquisition test.
Okay.
It's tip of your tongue, you just can't get it right now.
No, enlighten me.
I'm unfamiliar with the planet myself, beyond it being listed as Quarantine World.
And you found mention of it in the logs?
Reports say that the two stormtroopers who had access to the data slates were to transfer off of the vault and head to Theus.
Okay, so that gives us a destination we can look into if we make it out of this. Can you pull further records on Theus while you're working?
I will see what I can do, my Inquisitor.
Thank you.
The Vox unit hangs up.
Can we recruit him?
You could certainly try.
No, I kind of stated that to Watchmaker.
We could use him. One thing at a time, though. All right. I guess we have to continue advancing and be wary.
Plus, he's got the cool mod voice, and Ian can use it all the time. Then.
I mean, you already have a tech priest. You just didn't talk to him that much. He modded Chewie. I mean, mostly.
What did you do to my life's work?
He's gonna be upset again.
Okay, he's not a cyber mastiff. How do you feel about a cyber bulldog?
A cyber pug.
I'm telling you, it's got to be a cyberpug. Cyberpug 2021.
With what's left of Chewy, we're gonna get a cyber teacup chihuahua.
Would you like the apple head or the deer head? Alright. So you, currently you have survived a semi-ambush, followed by a semi-ambush from a mostly dead stormtrooper.
Okay. Was this a dead end on this side, or there was a hallway they were escaping down, right?
Yep. Actually, the hallway continues down further, and you see a couple of more dead stormtroopers if you were to peek around.
Okay. Can I lift grenades off them as I go?
Yeah, you'd be able to. Each one of them, a few of them have grenades. Some of them have already used them. I would say you're able to find... There's about 8 total. I'd say you're able to find, 3 between the 8.
That sounds good to me. I've spent a few. And probably will spend more before this is done.
And a few of them have also, used the grenades, setting traps.
Gotcha. So I'll take those 3, and I guess we can disarm the traps as we go. Or disarm or just detonate. Probably faster to just set them off.
And you hear in your head, Inquisitor, in that same female voice.
Strauss.
Having fun down there?
Having enough.
You're being quite the thorn in my side, I must say.
That's what we do.
Speaking of thorns, I have a party to attend.
Alda was, Alda Thorn was her name?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, no, I was about to see if I could try to track it, but I don't think I can track mind control.
Not unless you were yourself with a psyker.
I am not. What exactly do you plan to get out of all of this?
Escape. I've been locked in here quite some time now.
Yeah, I don't think we should let him escape, guys.
What if we let him off with a strongly worded warning, just this once?
Be right back.
I could be an asset, of course.
Could you?
You put me on a ship out of here, and I'll tell you precisely where you want to go and what to expect.
Well, at the moment, we're not exactly privy to negotiate.
You actually quite are, Inquisitor. Lift the lockdown. We never see one another. I board Strader's ship, and I'll be on my way.
I don't think so. If you could have been trusted, you wouldn't have had me put a bolt round through another Inquisitor's head.
Please, that's just business.
Yes, well, everything that's going to follow is going to be business.
Don't worry, Inquisitor. Well, I suppose I'll be seeing you in the next few minutes then, and then it'll be one or the other.
Oh, so. I'm going to keep an eye on our scanners as we're doing this, just on account of, stalling for time.
The scanners haven't picked up anything, really. They're not set to actually determine, psionic presence.
Yeah, I don't mean from her. I mean, if she's just padding for time to pull another sneaky.
Go ahead and roll awareness with the scanner.
I will roll awareness with scanner.
It's not showing anything, but that doesn't really mean much just because of how, well defended and how thick the walls and doors are.
Okay.
However, you do actually hear a vox from Burr. Inquisitor, I've sent some stormtroopers. I've been able to ensure 4 of them have had no disruptions in their schedule. They seem to be safe.
If you have null rods, have them equipped with them immediately. She seems to be taking over the minds of stormtroopers and attacking it with them as she goes.
I will send those down. The stormtroopers are already in the deep vault with you. They'll be arriving at your location within the next few minutes. The captain with them mentions following the line of bodies.
There's been a few. And about those null rods.
I'll have some sent down as well.
Make certain.
I have...
Anything capable of limiting a Psyker's abilities.
I had some blanks, but they are not responding to my commands, to my vox.
First targets.
I suppose if I was the Psyker, that would be what I would do, yes.
We can go looking, but we need to keep moving.
I'll expect friendly stormtroopers in the next minute or two.
Make sure they don't come until they have those null rods. Otherwise, they're just another enemy asset in waiting.
I'll report back to not move from their position. This will be another few minutes.
So be it.
Communication cuts off. So it's and you've actually have been down this way before when you checked on Strauss the very first time.
Okay.
So the hallway turns, and this is really meant to be twisty and turny by design to, foil anybody attempting to get away. So the hallway turns sharply a few more times, but you do know the way from here to Strauss's, to her cell.
Okay. Probably not make a beeline. I feel like she's not going to be in there. Look for signs of resistance or places they've been, rather than head like straight there. But I think eventually they'll lead to the same place regardless.
Okay. So the various rooms you're going through, you see it, several more dead stormtroopers. And go ahead and make an awareness roll.
With or without scanner?
This would be without scanner.
Let me try.
Yeah.
Okay. You see a door. It is a side room. It has been popped open and has only been partially closed. Like it's basically somebody just shoved it closed quickly and it didn't latch.
Okay. Let's check down that away.
Okay. Do you just open the door?
I'll use my scanner again just to make sure there's no surprises.
Okay, go ahead and use scanner.
Oop, wrong button. That's
Yep.
better.
No, this door doesn't look to be trapped. It leads into basically like a little supply room. And you don't really see anything in there that would match the traps.
All right, let's check the supply room. No life signs either?
No.
Okay.
All right, you open the door. The lights are off.
I will use my scope to see in the dark.
Looking into the dark, you see it is 4 bodies laying face down, appear to have been shot in the back of the head.
Okay. Are they wearing guard armor or do they look like the Nulls?
They appear to be the Null. They look similar to the Nulls you met earlier. They are bald. They are wearing that like black jumpsuit with the 0 indication of their like rank or insignia.
Okay. Do they have any equipment on them that might be useful for ciphering?
Any equipment they had has been stripped from their bodies.
Okay. Not too surprised. I'll tell them we found the Nulls and make sure critical personnel like our astropaths are protected. That goes for you as well. Goes for the tech priests, etc., etc.
I will ensure this, my Inquisitor.
Okay. How's he holding up? He's probably not having a great time aside from...
Roll scrutiny.
I will roll scrutiny.
I mean, he's been pistol whipped. Now he's like in denial.
He's pretty badly shaken. From his voice is like stuttering. He sounds close to tears.
Okay. Honestly, that's probably better than if he sounded perfectly level. I would be super paranoid about that.
Really?
Yeah. Like, if he's... After him demonstrating he was a nervous Nelly, if he was, like, super like, yeah, no, I'm fine now. Now that you've revealed that my memory's been tampered with by a psyker who's now on the loose,
No,
I would be like...
I'm just, like, surprised you're not paranoid all the time.
I mean, I am, but that would make me, like, double plus paranoid. It's like regular paranoid, but more.
Yeah, we don't need that. We definitely don't need that.
All right, well, onward.
All right. Heading down the hall, you eventually find a lot of the traps. I would say you don't need to do this roll. You've done this roll before. You know what to look for. You find several more of the grenade traps. You get about 9 more grenades from that. Finding they appear to be in bundles of 3.
Grenade bouquets.
They like, yeah, it's basically something like you've set up before. Actually, you have on the Jungle World. And you find, yeah, they're all set in various groups of grenades. They are, and you eventually find the you find yourself outside of this, like the area where Maya Strauss's cell is.
Okay. Obviously, scans on that. I'm gonna see if we have any camera footage or review of defenses in there. If we have like a live feed, though I'm guessing it's been spoofed, if there is one.
Yeah, go ahead and make a tech use to see if you can get access to that.
Okay. I'm also gonna ask. What's his bucket? Oh, I mistyped that. I think I would have one more degree of success, so I would
Okay.
just pass.
Yeah, you're able to find camera footage and basically like there are like consoles that will let people see cameras, and you see a camera footage. It just shows the hallway where like the actual cells are. But along the hallway, you see a number of, it's about 4 stormtroopers who have been, they're at attention with the gun at the side, like on their shoulder. They look like they're there for a review rather than actually like being prepared to attack.
Okay. Are those the ones that got sent? No.
No, that they would have had to pass you. Those people haven't arrived yet.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm suspecting those guys are in her thrall and just waiting to either attack us or suicide bomb or something. Nothing on Strauss herself.
You don't see Strauss. But you're only getting one access to the camera. The other cameras that normally you would see have been completely knocked out. You just see the static.
So they left that on purpose. Or at least it wasn't enough of a thing. Alright, not much for it. We're gonna have to,
You hear a telepathic thought again. Care to come in, Inquisitor?
how about you, have those 4 stormtroopers disarm and step outside first?
No, I don't think that will work for me.
Well, are you quite certain?
Will you ensure that I have a ship off of here?
I am going to open the door and throw as many of those grenades in as I can.
I guess at this point you have about a dozen.
So, yeah, I'll just take all those extra ones that we've been picking up and just cancel them out. Just literally just fucking pulp them.
Alright, so you pull the pins on all 12 of those grenades. Now, there's a lot of grenades, so you're going to need to like get somebody to assist you with this.
Alright, who wants to help me yeet grenades in there? Or am I on my own again?
I have no skill in this.
I mean,
No,
it's literally
I'll
just fucking the things.
I have
many
no
can-
special grenade eating skill.
Whatever, I'll do
I'll
it.
certainly try.
Do I just need to do ballistics?
Yeah, I would say like
My ballistic
Every-
6
I would say you could get like 4. Like you could each person could hold like 4 grenades and like throw them through at a time.
2 at a time? Okay, yeah.
My skill's 36.
Let's see. And this is going to be like a single ballistic roll, or was that a fate point to like redo that?
No, that was just, I thought it was like 1 per, like kind of like pull, throw, pull, throw, pull, throw.
As long as it's not like a critical fumble, we should be fine.
Okay.
Because it's fine if they jingle around. In fact, that's kind of part of the appeal. Just fucking coat the room.
Yeah, I figured I was just like pull, throw, because I will do that.
Throw a grenade, wash your hands.
Because they'll be dancing around trying to like figure out what the fuck to do.
Alright,
What-
should I try it even though I have 36?
Yeah, just do it. What's the worst that can happen?
You kill yourself.
What's the worst that can happen? We laugh.
You kill Tigo by mistake.
Whatever. You've already tried multiple times.
Alright, so, Watchmaker, are you chucking those through as well? Like your
Yes.
4? Alright.
He better chuck them. He's the one that asked for help.
Okay, Watchmaker's grenades land where he wants them to. The other grenades are going to scatter. And let me just pull up my scatter chart real
Got
quick.
those pins that jingle, jangle,
Oh my
jingle.
god, go away, Microsoft account problem. I don't care about you. I had this freaking thing up for more than 2 hours, and it's like, now I shall warn you.
I hate that shit.
Alright, first one is going to scatter. Okay. And the next one. Okay. So, let's roll. It is going to be 12. So that's going to be
24 d10 damage.
1. That will be for Watchmakers. Actually, no, I'm sorry. That probably should be you guys rolling it. Well, actually, I'll tell you what. I'm going to do this one for Eves and Tigos then. And then Watchmaker roll 3D or 4D10.
Okay. Nice.
Okay.
Blow him up in the face.
I would say chucking in all those grenades, there is in fact enough damage to... And they didn't scatter enough really, so yeah, you basically just fill that room with grenades and all those stormtroopers get blown apart. They are now Napoleon.
That's what we like.
All right, then open the door. I'm not even sure she's in there, but let's
Hang
find
on.
out.
Hold up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull my null rod out while he opens the door.
Okay. Tigo, you pull out your null rod.
Do I need to do a
And
roll, right?
I believe you just flick it on. Let me just verify quickly.
I think that's what we did last time.
It's a little funky. I think I don't remember if it has like a power rating or not.
I don't
Or
think
if it
so.
has like a null rod. Yeah, it just within 2d10 meters. So just roll a 2d10 for me, please.
Please roll 20. There's 20 meters of fuck this psyker in particular.
Okay, everything within 5 meters then. So
Okay.
do you just kind of huddle together in like a group? You can't get us.
I mean, it beats the shit out of getting mind control and fucking turning somebody's head into a canoe again.
Everyone just kind of like huddles around like Tigo, like doing a big group hug as he just holds a null rod up above his head.
Power of friendship.
And you just go to Biostras like, we've learned your game. I can assure you this is the inquisitorial method of dealing with psychers. No.
The buddy system.
Tigo turns on the null rod, and everything within 5 meters of range is going to be a little dampened. Inside the hallway, you find, or well, it's sort of a hallway. It's like basically like a large, wide hallway that has cells across both sides of it. There are 4 dead stormtroopers.
I wonder where they died. I wonder how they died.
Yeah, don't we all?
I know.
What do you do?
Sweep the room.
Inside, you see not the 4 dead stormtroopers, and there is Maya Strauss's cell. Maya Strauss herself is sitting cross-legged on her bed in the prison jumpsuit, looking out through the force field. And for the first time, you don't actually hear her use her telepathic communication. Inquisitor. Good
Where's
evening,
Hussar?
Inquisitor. Hussar? I think you know. Quarantine
Wouldn't be
World?
asking. No.
Sound familiar?
It does, in fact. What was the aim here?
Oh! I imagine I was just a distraction. He was here for the cipher.
I'm going to, We saw the cipher when we came in, right?
Yeah, you saw the cipher. You saw the cipher. Oh, to Strauss or to Ian?
That's to Ian.
You saw the cipher, yeah.
And, I did ask that they send guards to each of those places and have them check in. I'm going to assume that the ones who went to the cipher have not checked in.
They have.
Oh, of course they have, because you could just say, check in, everything's fine.
That's the ones that probably told you if they say something. Do you remember where they said if they say a certain word, everything is fine, and if they say another answer, everything is not fine.
I think that was down in the default, right?
That was for the default only.
All right, so I guess I'll just calm the guy again and have him have one of the no-rod patrols go through and check on where the cipher was, all the places that had disturbed or blips.
Okay. Burr responds back. I'll have that checked out right now.
And make sure anybody with any form of exit from this facility, any access to a starport or a ship, make sure there's a null route at their location to keep anybody from getting off this system.
Will do.
So, exactly when did he approach you?
It was when your Inquisitor Winters, I believe he goes by the name Sutton, approached, disrupted my cell's anti-psyker field, and let me utilize a little trick of the warp, a bit of psychic phenomenon that allows bodies to swap. It's a bit difficult, but I found a way to take over Dear Teller. He in my body, mine in his, and then it was a simple matter of having him beaten, drugged, and brought down here. And then she rubs like a bruise on her face, although admittedly, getting rather horrifyingly thrown back into my body was a bit rude of you.
Yes, well, that's the least of my sins before the day's out. Exactly why do we keep you alive?
I was invited to a party on the quarantine world of Theus.
And-
Dear Hussar is expecting me.
Yes, well, we can't exactly rely on you not to corrupt the minds of anybody you care to make your own escape if we do deal with you, can we?
I'm a heretic because I wasn't tested on Terra. Really not my fault. I'm just a survivor.
Is there anything like a quick kill, like a flood the containment cell with fuck you gas?
Yes, there is. It doesn't work.
Of course.
Yes. Oh. Inquisitor, please. That was the first thing I disabled when I took over Teller. I can't have my backup policy destroyed.
Well, I have bad news for you. We've got ways around that.
I have bad news for you, Inquisitor. You see, Hussar and Thorn have already won.
We'll see about that. What makes you think so?
That cipher,
Yes.
it's been stolen weeks ago and replaced with a crude copy.
That's about what I expected. So this whole thing has just been a stall?
Indeed.
Well, I have no reason to keep you alive.
Of course, once again, bring me with you, and I can just turn on Hussar and Thorn for you, and then we just part our ways, happy as clams.
Yeah, scrutiny.
Okay, go ahead. Funny enough, she actually does seem to be telling the truth.
Okay.
It's funny what not wanting to die will do.
You're not wrong. Well, suppose we do take your offer. You realize you would be wired to the gills with dead man switches, death charges. You name it. You think of it, we'll have it.
No, I thought I would have free reign of the ship. Of course, Inquisitor.
As long as you understand, then perhaps we can work with you.
I feel like all these antagonists are like made to spite Watchmaker with some sassy comments.
I mean, playful banter is part of the job.
Yeah. Of course, Inquisitor. The deal we make is I help you get to Magnus, I betray him, whatever that may mean, and then I have a ship that allows me to go wherever I want. Somewhere far, far away where you'll never hear of me ever again.
What were her crimes actually, like aside from not being sanctioned on Terra?
She was her crimes would have been like mind controlling people in order to like get money. They wouldn't have been enough to warrant immediate execution. And she would have been scouted out by various heretical groups who would have wanted her talents.
Alright.
But her crimes weren't enough to be like warrant immediate execution in public, which you would have expected for somebody like her. So she's definitely like on a line.
Okay. She does also have a shitload of blood on her hands, including a junior Inquisitors.
Like I said, I'm a survivor type. I do what's needed. He was heading towards a bad end anyway. If anything, you did him a favor by doing it so quickly.
be sure to keep that in mind. So what exactly do you think you could do that would tip the balance? What's to stop me from just turning that entire world into glass from orbit?
Do you have the ability to turn that world into glass from orbit?
I have the authority, and with the Lord Inquisitor, I would absolutely have the firepower.
But do you have it with your warp storm there, preventing anybody else from reaching it? Do you think that's a coincidence?
No, I suppose it isn't. So what could you do to get us through this?
I could respond that I have stolen a ship, allow you to get down to the planet's surface with zero trouble.
What sort of defenses does he have waiting?
Unknown. He didn't care to tell me. I could sneak you into wherever it was. Admittedly, I'm supposed to meet somebody on the surface and then be brought for Thorn's party. Of course, not that I really care to. I assume I'm going to be a sacrifice to some demon of some measure, so I really was doing this more of just an escape measure.
Well, it's all of our bacon in the pan here. I'll get the opinions of the rest of the retinue on whether we just fucking ice her or if we take her along.
She's honestly willing to be an asset. How easy is it to ice her at a moment's notice?
She's currently behind a force field. You'd have to disable that. Beyond that, she is unarmed.
Except for her mind.
Except for her mind.
Could we use some sort of exploding thing with a remote control, perhaps?
I was thinking multiple layers of redundancies, like bomb collar, dead man switch, fucking sew a bomb into her chest next to her heart, null rod, fucking null dildo, null plug.
Oh god, null dildo.
Null beads, null piercings, you name it.
I don't know. I say ice, ice, baby.
I'll tell you what, Inquisitor.
If we can safely secure this person, we should go ahead and use the asset. If not,
Yeah, that's the thing. Like,
ice, ice, baby.
we're dealing with somebody who opened this up by mind controlling me.
No sense in dragging this out any longer. As a show of goodwill, and she reaches over and turns off the force field. Hands up above her head. I'm either dead or I'm not, so...
You mean she could have turned off that force field at any time?
Yeah.
Well, it's been sabotaged by now, but...
Alright.
Fair enough. But, understand if there's even a whisper of a suspicion, you will be dead from one of several dozen contingencies before you can get away. But if all you want is your life out of this, then we may be able to work with you.
I must say, you're probably one of the more reasonable Inquisitors I've ever encountered. Most of them would have just hit me in the face with a blunt baton of some measure, so...
I usually use the back of my pistol only when necessary.
Of course, of course. So then, we are in agreement then? Allies of convenience?
Eve thinks this is an awful idea.
Yeah, I do too, frankly. Release the stormtroopers from your control, share what you know, and never harm an Imperial asset ever again, and you will have your life.
She...
A lot of conditions. But...
They're free.
Okay.
The remaining ones at that.
Yeah, there's been some housekeeping going on. So, I will, comm back up top and see if there's been any status updates on things, and also tell them that, that cipher got lifted weeks ago.
The Burr responds back, oh no, that's... there was nothing necessarily heretical about it beyond it just being used to decipher heretical texts. As for reports, everyone seems to be fine. A few people have reported headaches have disappeared.
Alright. Well, I guess if we're doing this, we'll, march out and, take Strader's ship.
You also have your own.
That's true. Is Tradership in a better position than ours is, or?
No, it's basically
Okay.
just his is actually probably a little worse because this is just a transport.
Okay.
Wow, they actually thought highly of you, Watchmaker.
To be fair, we are kind of scraping together what we can to get this job done in a hurry. Well, let's go unless anybody's got anything else to add, and I'll also ensure that instructions are left to keep fucking hammering the Lord Inquisitor's astropaths through the warp storm, like constantly. Like that's that guy's fucking job now.
Okay.
Just to get word out of everything that's happening and where the demon has taken up residence if we fail.
All right. So, Strauss. Well, where's Strauss in relation to all of you?
Probably
Surrounded by us.
Yeah.
Like
Near
in-
Tigo.
I would say near Tigo with the null rod, and probably Gar in front, just so the two melee people can just fucking pulverize her.
Okay. You hedge back to the elevator. Strauss goes up to the control panel, like waiting for you to give her the okay.
Scrutiny.
Okay, go ahead and roll scrutiny. She seems like she isn't actually attempting anything suspicious.
All right.
She hands up, opens the control panel to the elevator, hooks two cables back together, never breaking eye contact with you, closes it, and hits the button, and the door opens up. Well,
May as well.
Arch.
and from the room next to the elevator, bark, 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 bark.
Thought you blew up.
He did. This is like his voice box just continuing again and again and again.
Guess we should take that with us.
Go grab his scrap metal.
Eve grabs Chewie's slagged body.
Cyberpug.
It's just like it's like you ever see a picture of like a really shaggy dog that like is on a carpet the same color as their fur, so they look like they melted. Chewie's that, but he actually is melted.
That's fair.
The elevator, grabbing Chewie, getting in the elevator goes up. Outside the elevator is Burr and several stormtroopers, and he sees Strauss. Inquisitor, what's the meaning of this? I thought you were going to kill her.
So did we, but we have need of her to bring down Hassar.
She just smiles at him. Dear Burr, I can't say I've enjoyed your company.
You've been sneaking puddings. We know all your secrets.
Burr is pretty badly shaken about the whole thing. I will trust your judgment of this, Inquisitor. In the meantime, I have taken it upon myself to release several special artifacts from the vault to be deployed to you.
Good.
One for each of you, and he looks, well, not you, and he points to Strauss.
Except you.
May I have my psi focus back?
We'll keep it with us, but not just yet.
Fair enough.
You're plenty dangerous without it.
And so he has some stormtroopers bring in some like hovering. They're basically like boxes, metal boxes that have been sealed up. He's like, I've unlocked them for you. You will have access to them once you're on your ship. There's nothing dangerous. They're simply items that were used by previous saints or inquisitors that have been decided to be sequestered away because of their religious value.
Excellent. You have my thanks.
Well, I should say they're not dangerous to you.
Aim away from face.
I've also had some additional void suits prepared and are waiting for you in the airlock leading to your ship. They are in excellent condition.
there's nothing further, I guess we can go.
All right. So he leads you. Yeah, some stormtroopers watch Strauss, but they escort you to the elevator leading up to the airlock. And in fact, there's actually 8 void suits. There's some additional ones, extras.
Just in case.
You suit up, head outside, board your ship. The captain asks, "Where are we off to, Inquisitor?"
We are heading for the quarantine world of Reminder.
Theus.
Theus.
I like more reminder.
Of course, I'll have that in now. The warp storm has left travel throughout the sector to be incredibly dangerous, but there actually is a clear path from here to Theus. We should arrive within the next few weeks.
Engage.
And the ship falls into warp, and we will call it there. So we played a little bit longer than 2 hours, so we'll put in 200 XP.